Parliament marching due west. And of course, he says that government has failed to deal with floods in Kampala. And he also comes out and says that potholes are 9,440 square miles.
That's a lot
in Kampala.
That's a lot of potholes.
Yeah, that's a lot. 9,449 square miles of potholes. And of course, this gives a bad image to the country and it limits investors to come to the country at the same time, because once they get this report, and
even tourists,
even tourists at the same time, you know. Thank God we don't have tourists at tourist attraction centers within Kampala. They're more, of course, away from Kampala. And Kampala, since it's the capital city, it contributes still over 60%, so it should be worked on fast. You know, it should really take on, because it's like I'm making money, but you're not paying me money I'm making. Now, overbuilding of roads, and yet they don't even work on them. So they are overly priced, but they are not even worked on in accordance to what should be done to them. Well, now let's get into this discussion with Honorable Alan Suwanyana, a Member of Parliament marching due west. And I'll be returning with Mercy and Katsumi as we break down this matter.
Of course, the issue concerning the roads in Kampala and the drainage channels in Kampala is a very serious issue, which of course the government has failed to put emphasis on. Because Kampala, being the capital city of this country, automatically it has the largest tax base of this country. So the people of Kampala are paying too much in taxes. In such, they expect at least some outcome or a reward, like the roads in their city, the way of life changing in their homesteads, and the city at large to have at least a very good face. But of course, if you don't pay them in such a way, other issues will crop in. As leaders, we shall not sit back to see Kampala go down, especially in the issues concerning the drainages and the roads. We have roads which are not roads. If you look at the potholes in Kampala, they are clocking to more than 9,440 square kilometers in the city, which means almost 90% of the roads in Kampala have potholes. So it is being named the pothole city. We all watched and read on the social media where each and every person was concerned by the potholes in the city, which was a very bad image in terms of, it was giving a very bad image to the whole country, especially outside the country. It could not interest the investors to come in Uganda because of those bad roads and potholes. People spend too much in improving their cars because of the affection by the potholes and bad roads, their motorcycles, and even their feet are being affected by these potholes and bad roads. So why are we here? Why are we here as leaders? So we must put emphasis and put pressure on government so as to give what is best to the people of Kampala. Kampala is the capital city of this country. Government should know. Instead of spending too much on luxuries like travels abroad, luxuries like throwing parties everywhere, they should construct roads. They should construct roads. We are seeing meetings, KCCA, meeting stakeholders. Who are the stakeholders? They are the people of Kampala, but when you say stakeholders, and then you meet people in hotels, very big expenses on hotels, but the roads are not being catered for. So what we want to see as leaders of Kampala are the actions being made. We were promised that this year the roads will be constructed, the drainages will be safer, but now what we have seen are people drowning each and every time When rains come, people suffer, people start crying. So we are not going to allow this as leaders of Kampala. That's why we are putting an ultimatum. 2 weeks, 2 weeks, just 2 weeks, we want some action to be done. How on earth do you give 10 billion for road improvement in the city? 10 billion, just 10 billion. When just one building is constructed by 10 billion, then roads in Kampala, more than 9,440 kilometer squares of potholes. You give 10 billion? No, please. Let us be serious. So as leaders, we are not going to allow that. The overbuilding of the roads. How can you say, the other time I saw Madam Chitaka, the executive director, saying that Chisaka, that Ruriji Road per kilometer, they are going to put more than 9 billion per kilometer, more than 9 billion. But do you know 9 billion just for per kilometer? It is too much. Even then, when they overbuild, they don't construct. So now what are they doing? We are now seeing a coup. They are saying SFC is going to come and work on the roads in Kampala. Yet we have an engineering department. So what we are suggesting is that if you are bringing SFC to construct roads, then put away the engineering department, which has more than 300 engineers in Kampala, so that we can see that now you have taken over everything. Even the engineers do not take our money. We spend on the roads and we see what will happen.
Well, in the financial year 2023-2024, the government of Uganda allocated over $300 million US. That is for road construction. But still, we need to understand that we lose about $100 million, 100 million Ghana shillings every year. That is due to floods. All this due to the effects they actually do cause. Now, I think we can get into this discussion finally with Honorable Bali Mwezo, is the Nakawa East Member of Parliament and also Chairperson of the City Roads Committee. This is what he has to say in relation to this matter.
The most important public asset in any government is the road infrastructure. The most critical challenges that Kampala capital city has are not many, but one of them is the road infrastructure, the poor road infrastructure. The second one is garbage management, and one affects the other. But the way government is handling this, handling the face of Uganda, you really wonder. For instance, Kampala capital city has 2,110 kilometers of road network. Only, and I mean only, 654 are paved. But 70% of the paved roads, 70% have outlived the design life, which means they need to be revamped. They need to be maintained. Our maintenance culture is the poorest in East Africa. You cannot say you are going to get 10 billion and give it for the city road maintenance under Uganda Road Fund. We are only going to receive 10 billion. And ever since the financial year began, no single penny has been sent to KCCA for road maintenance. And the other great problem is that most of the waterways in Kampala have been encroached on by investors. And that's the reason that we have floods. The greatest enemy of a road is water. In the World Bank report of 2008, we lose over $100 million US every year because of floods. The greatest problem we have are the floods. We lose property, we lose lives. and we lose the ecosystem. Therefore, it's upon us now, as a matter of urgency, to make sure that we open all the waterways. One of the destroyers, the greatest destroyer, I have it on record, is Mera Investments, a company owned by Sudiru, who has backfilled 70% of Chinawataka swamp. It's on record. 75% of Chinawataka swamp has been backfilled by Sudiru, and there is no way for the water. That's the reason that we are flooding along Jinja Road. Unless we wake up and open waterways, we shall do roads, and they will deteriorate at a very fast rate, because the greatest enemy of roads is water. I speak as an engineer. We are going to work on potholes, but if we have floods, believe me, they will not work. And therefore, the first thing we must do is to make sure that we open waterways to Lake Victoria. Government has given out titles in swamps. Almost 90% of the swamps in Kampala are titled. And we have the Minister of Minister of Lands. I recently called the minister. I've written to the minister so that we can have an harmonization meeting to that effect. Yes, we have also seen that in Kampala we generate 2,500 tons of garbage, but only KCC can only collect 40%. The rest is thrown, and this blocks the waterways, and we have floods. So unless we address the issue of garbage management, we are still going to have floods in the city. And the city will be filthy, will be dirty, because as we speak now, it's one of the dirtiest cities in the world. After allocating resources to them, we are not key stakeholders to this. So why are we treated as such? And yet, at moments of allocating money, we are called upon. We have a mandate of overseeing taxpayers' money. How are we going to do that when we're not invited for meetings? So I caution KCCA to take us as serious key stakeholders and invite us for such meetings.
Well, that is how the members of Parliament actually just putting that their grievances in regarding to the state of infrastructure, relating it to the floods that have actually destroyed lots of property in millions of Ugandan shillings of the different people that run those businesses in the city center. Well, now as we wind this up, did you know something in relation to the Geographical Information Systems Conference? Of course, as the country strives to harness the potential of geographic information systems in Uganda's utility sector. And of course, this is still in line with the nation's sustainable energy and climate objectives. But of course, before we get into the discussion, I would still have to remind you that we are very grateful from all the way we started the show. Masika, Timi and Godwin with the first hour from the morning call till this particular time when we get into our business insights, but also to remind you that you can get us on channel 392, that is channel 372 rather, on DSTV, and channel 320 on GOTV, and on our social media handles at Smart24 TV Twitter, and the Smart24 TV official, that's on Facebook, and Smart24 TV Live, that's on YouTube. You can stream us at any part of the country you'll be at. But also for those of you that are actually very obsessed with gadgets, you know, you work with gadgets all the time, you have your pads, well, go to the Google Play Store, download the Smart Digital application, and here you'll be able to stream Smart24 TV Live as we bring you both local and international business updates. That is at the same time. And also, if you're a business researcher out there, you are at university, you are in a business university, and you're looking for updated facts for your research, well, Smart24.tv, that's our official website. You can visit that and you'll be able to get that information. And also our home, plot 42 Nile Avenue. And in case you want to come and talk with us business, we can see how we can partner together. How can we work together to enhance each other's business? That is the home for you to visit us. Plot 42 Nile Avenue, just opposite. That is Garden City. Well, as we sign out, we shall leave you with this discussion in relation to the geographical information systems. And of course, let's be productive for the week. Today will be the biggest determinant of how actually your week is going to be. So make sure that you actually use it quite usefully. Till tomorrow, good morning.
In a bid to enhance efficient management of essential services like water, electricity and telecommunications, the annual Utilities Geographical Information Services Conference has convened experts, stakeholders and industry leaders with a dedication to explore solutions within the utilities sector.
Diversifying our energy sources to reduce dependence on volatile international markets. GIS technology can map out our abundant natural resources such as hydro, solar, oil and gas, and geothermal, offering a robust framework for achieving true energy sovereignty. In line with Uganda's unwavering commitment to sustainable development, the parish development model is a critical instrument for enhancing local governance and fostering economic growth from the ground up.
In the energy sector and other utilities, get to appreciate the GIS potential that it has, and also to actively participate in these activities that we do, including data capture, processing, and also get to see the final results. An example, if we have a policymaker in attendance, to know that for me to implement, for example, the energy policy that has been recently launched by the ministry, what is my role in this? How can I contribute? And also, what questions does GIS answer? Am I looking to invest? Am I looking to extend services down to the last mile person? How can the systems and the platforms support the efforts that we have to reach the last mile if we're improving the livelihoods and then also other government programs as a whole? So
the conference identified data scarcity and inaccuracies as key issues. Surveyors face permit challenges and embracing digital tools like drones is hindered. Overall, there is a need for streamlined GIS data management.
We've conquered a number of them over time, as you are briefed by the chairperson. One of the big challenges is access to data, because we do not operate in isolation. So much as we are able to collect certain specific data that we deal with, that we need on a daily, we need other stakeholders also to share the data that they collect. We don't have to every time be budgeting to carry out activities which other people could have carried out within their mandate. So this whole thing of GIS, being able to, what we've done so far to establish data sharing standards, to establish some data sharing protocols, so that it is easier now if one wants data about something, if it's about customer numbers in Umeme, it doesn't have.
Now, there are some challenges with getting permits when it comes to flying drones. I think the world should know now, with satellites in places, that the whole world now is even on the phone itself. You can see the whole world where it is. So drones for surveying are not dangerous anymore. They're just user-friendly. People are just trying to do their jobs. Thank you so much.